I feel like y'all could hear my fans though. My fans sound like a fucking jet engine right now on this MacBook. I need me a fucking PC. Welcome back, and thanks for chilling with your boy again. I know it took me a while to make another video and to put out the video that I just recently put out, but like I was in Vegas, nigga, and turn up. I lost all of my money and shit too. The Vegas dream, right? We're gonna be talking about daytime sport and how weird fucking daytime sports is. Now we all know sports and we all love sports. Like we got our generic sports. We got soccer, football, basketball, baseball. We're gonna just throw those out the window. We're talking about the daytime sports that be really weird. Just like a sport called extreme ironing. It's an extreme sport where people take ironing boards from different locations. Well, no, my bad, my mistake. They take ironing boards to remote locations and do ironing. That's all they do. It's nothing really different from just regular ironing. You're just gonna be ironing in the lava pit. Think of the most extreme thing ever where you could iron. I would iron in the middle of a Miami nightclub. Probably would smell like 10 pounds of bounce that ass too on my clothes. I wouldn't appreciate that either, but I mean, extreme ironing is a crazy fucking sport. They have even people ironing on cliffs, and they have people ironing in the fucking sky, bro. Like I could never do anything like that. Like, how can you focus under like that amount of pressure to iron up in the sky, bro? Like, who just thinks about, damn, skydiving would really be tough if I'm folding clothes right now or washing the dishes. I really should do that. They have pictures of people ironing underwater, and they also like iron on fucking cliffs. I haven't seen that much videos on extreme ironing. I just seen like some of them. Like I seen a man in the extreme ironing competition, and he was ironing in a river on top of a surfboard. I'm not making this up. That's the only video that I really seen of it. And it's like, why do this? How can you be good at this? You feel me? And I feel like with all these sports, how could you be good at it? Except for chess boxing. Now that's something I would actually watch. Chess boxing. Chess boxing is probably one of the greatest things invented on this planet. Let me give you a rundown of what like chess boxing is. Chess boxing is basically a hybrid sport between chess and boxing. If you really didn't get it, like if you didn't understand that, then there you go. I'm good at summing up things. And I think in between every round they play chess, and then they go ahead and they box. Which is like, you want me to think after I got a right hook to the dome and probably got brain damage? This is probably like one of the hardest sports I ever heard, bro. You expect me to win the chess match after we get done boxing? Bro, I can't win both. It's either I'll be defensive and win at chess, or I'll be offensive as hell and take those punches while I give punches while box. So I don't know how their scoring works. I don't know if one person can win at boxing and the other person can win at chess. Well, if you win at boxing and you're knocked the fuck out on the ground, I think you just lose, because there is no way you're playing chess after that. I seen a bit of a video of this where each round they play chess and then they have a round of boxing as well. But the way they have it set up is like they are in the boxing ring the whole time. So they'll put the chess table out inside the middle of the box ring, and they'll have noise canceling headphones so they can focus on the chess game. And then they will box right after that. This sport really is trying to give you CTE. I'd rather do something more common than chess boxing, to be honest with you. I'd rather do worm charming, and worm charming is something totally different. Basically what worm charming is when you try to charm the worms out of the ground, and who does it the fastest wins. How do you do that? I don't know. I just know earthworms come up out of the ground when there's like a bunch of moisture on the ground. That's the only reason why I know they're so close to the surface. How do you fucking charm worms? What kind of riz do you fucking have to do that shit? That's some immaculate Duke Dennis prime riz right there, my nigga. Like, that's 1950s Duke Dennis riz. And you deserve a gold fucking medal if you could charm some fucking worms out of the ground. I barely could get a girl to speak to me. But I think the most weirdest sport that basically got the most attention was slap fights, or power slap. I think that's the league name. Power slap is the league. That's a real sport now. And I just figured out that Dana White just bought a league called Power Slap, and I think it's getting canceled because of health and safety reasons. And I understand why it's health and safety reasons. There is absolutely no equipment. Like, nah, I don't even mean equipment like that, but like no head protection or anything to try to keep these athletes safe. I called them athletes. I called them fucking athletes. How are they athletes? They're slapping each other, dude. But they are athletes. I can't do that shit. I can't take a man slapping me in the face because we're just gonna start boxing. It's just gonna be a chess box game at this point. So I feel like it takes some pretty good determination to do this shit. And Power Slap do have rules. The rules are wild. So basically, they do a coin toss or a seeding method. I don't know what a seeding method is. I guess when you're in a tournament, whoever's seeded the highest slaps first. Which if I'm not seeded the highest, then the person I'm going against, I'm gonna be pissed. Because you ain't slapping me first, bro. I'm going to try to get one slap in and knock you out. But, like, look, this is the thing. It will determine who goes first. And, well, whoever wins the coin toss or the seating could pick who slaps or who defends first. You're a crazy motherfucker if you want to get slapped first. That's all I'm going to say. Because I feel like 99% out of the time, Power Slap would want to go first in slapping somebody. They would not want to get hit first. I wouldn't want to get hit first. Like, they have a 30-second clock for recovery time after you get slapped. So after you get slapped and probably knocked on your ass, you got 30 seconds to get back up. That is more time than boxing. Boxing gives you fucking 10 seconds. And even if like you get up and you're wobbling around and you just seem disoriented, they're stopping that fight immediately. They're not going to let you keep going after that. They do have divisions. They have a men's and they have a women's division, but they also have weight classes like the MMA. So it'll be a fair advantage. So a heavyweight won't go against like a cruiserweight or some shit, you know? Like just keep that advantage right there. The method of victory is KO, TKO, or points. I don't understand how you get points in slap fighting, but I know you could lose points. Like they could deduct points, just like MMA and boxing. So they have a 10-point must system. I don't know what a 10-point must system is. A round winning scoring 10 points and opponent scoring 9 or fewer. Judges' criteria is based on strike effectiveness as well as defender's reaction and recovery time. So if I slap a nigga and he fall on his ass and he takes 20 seconds to recover, I probably would get 10 points off of that. Hey, that would be like the easiest 10 points in any kind of fucking sport, bro. I feel like it's hard to slap a nigga and put him on his ass. You know, from like a straight, like how they do it like this. From a straight slap like that, I feel like it's hard to slap a nigga like that in one round and put him on his ass unless you big as hell or you strong as. And then they do have fouls in here like that that they could deduct points. It includes clubbing, stepping, illegal windup, and delay of game. So that's if you're a striker. Those are striker fouls. And you can also get fouls as a defender. So that includes flinching, blocking, and a delay of game. I don't know what a delay of game you could do on defending because you're the one getting slapped. So I guess if you take too much of your recovery time. But basically, it's the fouls for a defender is you can't be a bitch. And if you be a bitch, then you're getting points deducted. Foul consequences include warnings, point deductions, loss of strike, restrike, and disqualification. Damn. You could lose a strike if you foul somebody, so they could slap you twice. And 2 back-to-back slaps is enough, bro. And people who do this are really, really, really wild. Like, my whole TikTok page is full of these clips. And every time I see somebody get slapped on my TikTok, bro, it's the same face I make. It's just damn, like I feel it myself, even in the clips that I'm showing you right now. Come on, you can't say that shit does not hurt. There is no way that people is just taking those slaps and just moving on about their day. I seen an article where it was an athlete in the Power Slap League talking about how dangerous it could be, and it can be because I mean, bruises your brain, bro. Once you get slapped, your brain could be knocking on the sides of your skull, which can cause a concussion. I mean, that's one thing that could happen to get a concussion. Your brain rattles. And with the concussion protocols that's going on now for all sports, they're not really that good. I know Brandon Ingram just had a concussion in the NBA and they only gave him a week off, which I feel like that is good. It's like since he did pass his concussion test, he passed it, but they still had to like evaluate him that whole week and just gave him that whole week off just so he could recover, which is which I feel like is a great idea. But for Tua though, in the season when Tua I think he had 2 or 3 concussions in one season. That was the worst thing that I ever saw. Like, it was so scary to just see shit like that. I feel like that says a lot about the NFL and their team owners. I don't want to make this about the NFL. I just want to make this about the power slapping league. But it correlates because the same thing with Dana White. These power slapping guys, they have no head protection at all. Like, no protection from any of these slaps. And some of these guys are big, bro. Like, they're huge. And they got huge fucking hands. And they could do damage by doing that. It's not like how your side bitch is slapping you after you like told her you wasn't married and shit, and she just goes on about her day. It's nothing like that. This is a grown fucking man that's slapping you with his bare hands. Let's just keep everybody safe during these events and sports and shit. Especially like daytime sports, like these weird ass sports that I've been seeing. That's about it. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment. Leave a comment down below what you think about chess boxing, or if you think what you think about the power slapping league, if you have seen it all over your TikTok. Follow me on my socials, TikTok, Twitter, IG. I'm active on all 3 of those platforms. So I will see you guys next time.